It's Nolan. What's going on, y'all? It's the kid J Nolan here. Hey man, we're gonna talk about TPain real quick. There was a viral clip that's been going around today talking about his hit single Buy You a Drink. For those of y'all that ain't old enough to have heard that record, I feel sorry for you. For those of y'all that were not old enough to enjoy it when it was at its height, I also feel sorry for you. But we've got a couple fun facts for you here today. All right, now TPain was just on live talking about this record and the publishing, because he doesn't really make that much money from this record, unfortunately. Although it's probably his biggest song. I mean, he's got about 5 really huge ones, but this is up there. But unfortunately, he made so many references to popular songs and took lyrics from other artists, paying homage in his estimation of what he was doing. And once the song took off and blew up and started getting played on the radio and the music video and everything, all of the artists that he basically interpolated their lyrics, they came to collect on publishing. Now, keep in mind, most artists in this era, they did not own their masters. Most of them did not know what masters were. There was no way for them to really negotiate that because that wasn't in the conversation during that time, right? So all there was the publishing, which unfortunately, again, for TPain, he doesn't get very much off of this record because he had to pay it out to everybody else. I'm going to let TPain go ahead and tell y'all though.
Y'all looked up the publishing on Buy You a Drink?
It is crazy.
Bro, like publishing wise, I probably get like no money from Buy You a Drink. So all those things that I said in Buy You a Drink that was from other songs, when Buy You a Drink like blew up, all them people and writers from them other songs said they were owed shit from my song because
You're like, fuck.
I was like, what the fuck? I was like paying homage and shit. So like Money in the Bank, I got Money in the Bank. Scrappy and his writers came for that. Oh, Snap Your Fingers, Do Your Step, Lil Jon and E40 and
Scrappy.
Everybody on that song came for me. Walk It Out.
Mente has a credit too, yeah.
Yeah, Walk It Out. Monte got a credit on that bitch. I was like, God damn, what's going on? It's our Money in the Bank.
Damn. Not my Money in the Bank, but our Money in the Bank, okay? It's kind of like Debo and Red, okay? It's kind of like both our song. I'm going to just keep it at my house, but, you know, I'm going to pay you just so I can use it. God damn, that's fucked up, man. This definitely jogged my memory because I was like, damn, I didn't know he made that many pop culture references. I didn't know he had that many interpolations in one record. But when you really think about it, the bridge is nothing but other people's song. Plus, in the lyrics, just in the buildup of the record, he's only saying like other people's shit. And it's a very dope record. It's definitely like one of those sign of the times types of songs. But I hate that this happened to Pain, you know what I mean? Because he was just having fun in the studio. This was at a time in his career where he was just having the time of his life, recording, getting on, having fun, meeting all of these people for the first time. And it just didn't go the way that it probably should have for him. I mean, just look at the references to other songs on the Wikipedia page. You know what I'm saying? This song is noted for having many references to other popular dance rap songs. Lil Scrappy's Money in the Bank is referenced in the chorus with the line, I got money in the bank. Shout out what you think about that. That's one of the main portions of the song. Towards the middle, you can hear the line, you don't know me, referring to T.I.'s You Don't Know Me. Now, T.I. also appeared on the remix. Maybe he cut him a little slack. I don't know. The line, we get in the bed like, ooh, is a reworked version of the chorus to Lil Boosie's song Zoom. I don't even know that fucking song. At the beginning of the line, Snap Your Fingers, Do Your Step. You can do it out by yourself. That's the lead line from the Lil Jon song Snap Your Fingers. Also, he states Back to the Crib, Show You How I Live refers to 50 Cent's Just a Little Bit. God damn, this is just torture. At the end of the second verse, TPain says, on that Patron, you should get like me. That references Young Jocks is going down. Later on in the song, TPain takes a line from the single by Unk, Walk It Out, when he says, walk it out. DJ Unk got credit. The song also includes uncredited vocals by TPain's Nappy Boy artist Tay Dizzum and Jay Lyric, where they say, let's get gone, walk it out. They're in the background, you know what I'm saying? Shit, snap. Yeah, those are his people. And by default, being that E40 was on the song Snap Your Fingers, Do Your Step with Lil Jon, he got some credit on that as well and got paid on that pub. So I would imagine that this song is a fucking nightmare to have to live with. Like, to hear that in public, it's like, damn, all I'm doing is generating money for all these other rich ass niggas. Where is my cut? You know what I'm saying? Of course, he's going to get a little something, but he's not even getting paid as much as these other motherfuckers or the publishing company that he probably was with or the label for that matter. The only way T-Pain really makes a substantial amount of money from this song in particular is if he performs it at his sets when he goes out and does festivals, gets booked for shows, etc. But I mean, yeah, that's cool, but that's kind of like an ancillary money. That's not directly from the success of the song. That's just a product of the success to be able to still be able to book shows and do shows all of these years later. Not to mention the fact that when T-Pain did his Drink Champs interview not too long ago, about a year ago, he talked about how DJ Khaled and other people like Rick Ross didn't properly pay him for doing the features, the iconic features that he did for some of their biggest songs back in that 2005 to 2008 era. Right? To this day, those relationships are still strained. He has no interest in working with them. He believes they have no interest in working with him because he outs this information and he's not shy about speaking on it. So now they're just at a stalemate where no money is going to be exchanged and no future collaborations will ever be done. So it's just fucked up, man. But this is a clear indication of how the industry works, has worked for a very long time before T-Pain got in it, and even so after. Like, publishing is a very dirty game. We saw how Diddy just barely gave publishing back to his bad boy artists a week ago after about 25, 30 years of owning them. You know what I'm saying? And probably had no intentions of ever returning them. Those things were probably in perpetuity. I don't know who struck his conscience to make him do that. You know, maybe he wants to leave this world with a clear conscience. I'm glad he did that. But it just goes to show you how so many people in the industry get taken advantage of. And T-Pain's not an isolated case. Bad boy artists are not an isolated case. There's so many artists that gave away their publishing. Shit, I just did a video talking about G Herbo last week, and he said that in his first deal, he signed away his publishing for $15K in perpetuity. He said that his management partner didn't know it, so eventually they were able to get it back and reobtain it and put it back in his name. But had no one ever pointed that out, all of his publishing would have been owned by that same guy for just $15,000, which is nothing, especially if you go on to become an artist that's like a household name. You got some hit records, you got songs with Drake, you know what I'm saying? Stuff like that will pay you forever. And whoever's name is on that sheet is the one that's going to be cashing those checks. And Buy You a Drink is one of those big records that still gets played, still gets sampled, still gets interpolated to this day. I mean, all the T-Pain shit kind of keeps popping up in popular music. So again, yeah, he may have to sign off on those samples, but he's still not getting the lion's share of the money because he had to kick out so much. It's almost like Jay-Z with the Annie situation, you know what I'm saying, on Hard Knock Life. He gave up like 100% of publishing just to get a hit record. And this is why I try to tell artists to steer away from sampling, try to steer away from interpolating other people's lyrics in your songs. Yes, it is paying homage, but you're going to be paying more than homage on the back end if you ever want to actually make decent money off of it. Once that cash register start rattling, cha-ching, cha-ching, motherfuckers going to hit your phone. Your hotline going to bling. It's not worth it at the end of the day. Yes, it's about being creative. Yes, it's about loving what you do. Yes, it's about loving the culture of music and being a fan and being able to show that fanhood in your creations. Pay homage to them by shouting them out in interviews. Fuck the bullshit. So many dope ass records from our favorite artists never got to see the light of day because of samples and interpolations and stuff like that, because certain artists just said, no, I don't care how much money you offer me. I don't want to be associated with hip hop. There's a lot of artists that made those moves, those calls. So this is just yet another story about the record industry, what can happen, and it can easily happen to you or any of us at this point. We're in the era right now where everybody is sampling those early 2000s, late 90s songs. You could bet your bottom dollar those people that they're sampling are getting a nice fucking cut of that money. The artists are sacrificing it just because, you know, the labels are pushing it on TikTok and they're pushing it out. So it's like, okay, we could cash in on this by doing shows. We could cash in on this by packaging the song within an album that hopefully gets a lot of streams. You know what I'm saying? Hopefully we could get you some endorsements off of your fame and popularity at this point. There's other ways to get it, but for some people, they'll never recover. And that's just the way it is in life. It's not fair. But I'd rather equip people with the information beforehand before you have to cross that bridge. All right? Let me know what y'all think of this down below in the comments. Be sure to like and share this video. If this is your first time seeing me on YouTube, go ahead and subscribe to the channel. Hit the post notification bell for all updates, and I will see y'all on the next one, all right? Much love and respect, y'all. Peace.